you've been able to crush this with $39,000 in just 2 days. You've 11 or 12 times your income in 8 weeks, 2 months time. You're doing the main bulk of your income in 6 hours a week of work. And, which is what I love this part, you're about to go on your first trip and be able to earn money while you go away as well. So how do you feel with everything that we've been able to get through so far?
Absolutely stoked. Very happy with the simplistic ways and processes that we're able to achieve results as far as, building our business and being consistent with our income. And yeah, pretty well feels just awesome to have the flexibility. Like, I was just going to do a post about this in the group, but this video can speak for me. Is just, I woke up the other morning, got up and just thought, man, 2-3 months ago, to think that I would be getting up and doing the job I absolutely love and being efficient at it and being profitable for it, man. Dead set. I just had that much joy, like, getting up nice and early to do what I want to do. And it just feels damn good. Damn good. Yeah.
I love this. And this is why I want to get you on here. I want to record this. I want to share this out to the world, especially the health and fitness coaches, where I think we can kind of like open their minds. And that's what I really want to do with this episode now. What I want to get you on is kind of like peel back the onion and say, all right, what have we been able to do in such a short amount of time for so much growth? Because so many coaches, even in the coaches cartel, they see what's going on. They're like, oh my God, this is phenomenal. And now it's just like consistently everyone is just stepping up to the mark. And it's kind of like the whole like Roger Bannister thing. The guy that ran the first 1 minute mile, like no one ever did it. Then once the first guy did it, then there was just like multiple people that same year that kept doing it. And this is what we're finding now is everyone's just stepping up. And the coolest thing as well, like maybe you should share, I'd love like, one, how old are you, big boy? And two, how did this first start? What were the actual big problems that you had before we actually got into this?
I am 18 years of age. I turn 19 in a couple of weeks' time, actually, when I get back from overseas. And my problems that I had when I first started was, one, I've said this before too, that I'm a personal trainer. I love what I do. I have a passion for it. I know how to get people physical results, but that business part of it, the marketing part of it, all of that side, didn't know an absolute thing about it. So that's probably my biggest problem was, where the heck do I even go with marketing? What's effective, and so on and so on. Actually makes me think, I actually love seeing, there's all these ads in Australia. I don't know if it's wherever any guys might be watching this, but like, there's always like, AIPT. Oh, actually, I shouldn't call it out, but certain like fitness guys that run their Cert 3 and 4 qualifications. And they always finish their ads. It'll always be like, oh, become a freaking personal trainer today. Start the career you want. And I'm like, dead set. Yeah, and like, they get the qualification. It's kind of, you just step out the door and it's like, I do not know what the hell to do. Like, it's just, I hate it. It's so false to claim. Like, personal training isn't, as it's not an easy gig to get into without the proper skills. I would say it's probably one of the hardest self-employed positions to be able to be successful at. Like, you're going to trade.
I remember as well, like when I first did my Cert 3 and 4, like you get all jazzed up. You're like, yeah, I'm going to crush the world. Everyone's telling you, you get to work your own hours. You get to be your own boss. Do you know what I mean? You get to like make this happen for yourself. And what happens is you walk out of this certification. No one's taught you how to get clients, how to position yourself in the market, how to actually run a business, and how to actually have the business set up so you can do what it is that you want to do, which is actually coaching people and transforming people. And you end up working from like 6 a.m. to late at night, doing split shifts every day. Do you know what I mean? Trying to like chase clients down, and obviously it just becomes a massive pain in the backside as well.
Yeah.
So maybe even before like we got started, like what was the main struggles that you were having?
Business wise, personal training wise.
Yeah, let's delve in from there.
It was just, how the heck do I get people to actually pay money to sign on with me? And keep in mind, and I want people to know this as well, through what Chris shows you to being able to develop programming and being able to do it sufficiently for your time versus money, when I was trying to sign people on, I was literally pitifully getting people on for 45 minutes for hour sessions at $30, right? $30. And I was throwing everything and everything you could ever ask for, like, like tailored programming, tailored meal structure, but for like $30, man, like absolutely just, and I still couldn't get people on. Like I still could not get people on. And, you flip side that around and you market yourself properly through what Chris shows you as well. And now I'm here charging 4 times that amount and getting people on easy, And so it was when I started, it was just how do I actually get people to trust me and trust the processes that I'm going to provide them to get physical results. Because, man, it is so much, and people get so clouded with it. As Chris has said me from the start, he hates how he sees trainers undercut each other because it doesn't work. People don't give a crap about the money. They give a crap about, who you are and what you're going to provide them. So for me, it was just about how I'm actually going to get people to train with me.
Totally. Okay, no, this is cool. Because obviously this is the interesting part now where I see this complete flip side. One of the biggest issues you were having with was, one, not being able to get like people coming to you, like just not attracting people, but then 2, not even being able to sign them on no matter what you did. Like you were giving them everything you've got. Like you're like everything in the kitchen sink and for a ridiculously low price, but they still weren't seeing you as the answer at the end of the day. Exactly, totally. And now what we've got is a situation where we've got a 95% conversion rate for you signing clients on. Do you know what I mean? Let's actually go through. I'd love for you to piece together. I know we did this last time we talked, but I think it'd be really cool to share this out. Like when it comes to you actually signing clients on, having a 95% conversion rate, do you want to kind of like give a bit of an insight into what the actual process is?
This gets me too happy, this topic. This freaking call scripts. I've said to Chris before, like he could make a killing off selling his call scripts. Like Chris provides you the exact run of questions for people to feel confident with you through a single conversation, man. Like turning someone that has just about no interest into a client in a matter of minutes. So best thing for me has been call scripts because I'm working majority face-to-face at the moment, and majority of people I'm reaching a lot have been organic leads, but then they've been, referrals from that or cold leads from that as well, people that know in the area, the gym, blah, blah, blah. So for me, I needed something that would tailor to a face-to-face way. And so Chris's call scripts with what he provides, I was able to just tweak them around to pretty well the exact same questions, but he gave me the idea of, is throwing this into a needs analysis. So actually breaking down, what their problems are, what they're doing now, why they approach me, and for my particular program, it was, in 8 weeks time, how do you pitch yourself both physically and mentally? So by the end of this needs analysis or / call script, because I do these over the phone with everyone as well, physically have it sitting in front of me and write down per client, because it actually provides me a lot of background information for the client as well. I can flick back through my folder on my desk right here and actually, check out, what's actually gone on in people's brains that, I might have forgotten about. And so once you finish that needs analysis, / call script, you've got already developed, a bit of an emotional string and attachment to yourself as a trainer, because you've asked about their problems, you've showed them what you could possibly do for you, even related it to past and previous clients that you've had as well. So, so they're emotionally, socially engaged with you, and by the end of it, man, they are ready to jump on and sign on board. So
what I love about this is the basics of it really boils down to, and this is what you were doing a song and dance before for a client, hoping that they'll sign on.
Yeah.
And this is where we changed it from stop trying to impress people and assess them. Do you know what I mean? So now you're in the situation of being like, hey, actually, you know what? You're not a good fit for me. Let's not start. Or yes, this is a good fit. This is how we get started. And then they're just jumping on board because you've
and that's the confidence. Yeah, and that's 100% right. And because that's the confidence that you've got to display. Like it looks bad, and I've looked back at my past self and how I've dealt with people. It looks bad if you're sitting there begging people almost, train with me, train. Even though you're not doing that, it just breeds that bad vibe. But whereas when you are confident, and I have done it, I have knocked back people for specificity on my program, because I know as a genuine person, when it's not just about the money, because, obviously you're in this gig as a passion as well. You look at that person and you couldn't help them for a particular program you might be running. you know.
Yes.
So
Yes.
and that confidence really portrays to people, and they understand they really understand that the value that you're going to provide as a trainer. And like through these processes, man, I'm the busiest personal trainer in my area within 200 kilometers. Like, and by the way, that's just borderlining Kitty and Craig from Mount Gravatt. Yeah, so
so good.
Yeah, so that's yeah. I don't know what else to really.
No, that's good. You know what I want to dive into next? Obviously, like doing 39K of sales in 2 days, where this was really cool because I remember I jumped on Facebook into the private group and I was like, Callum, what's going on? Like, where you at? Do you know what I mean? Because I knew you were doing the launch on the day and you're like, yeah, like just signed. It was like, just signed 2 clients on. And I was like, oh, killer. Like, that's like, you're about half an hour in the day.
5 minutes later, yeah.
5 minutes later, like, I've got more. And there's like, I've got more.
Like,
like this massive tally of clients coming on board. Obviously, go for it. Go, Jam.
Sorry, I'm bad at doing that, but I just thought of something else. With that actual conversion rate, with those needs analysis, that's been 100% through that process. So with those needs analysis call scripts, every single person that I've been able to jump on a call or face to face, they have committed after that needs analysis. It's been the couple that have drawn back has been just like a misfire or hasn't messaged me back or just, being. So this needs analysis is 100% for me. It's the process, after that where people have just, I don't know, stuff's happened in their life, whatever, and have this on. Just letting you know that as well. That's how damn good these scripts are.
That's really good. No, that's really good. Let's talk about something that I think is really important actually, and that's the transition from, one, you were working in a hardware store before we began. Cool. Now you're killing it. Can you share actually what you said when we first jumped on before I hit the record button about like waking up, doing what you're doing and the difference? Because I honestly that's kind of that's what motivates me. That's the thing that jazzes me up with the position that you're in now. When you say that, I'm like, okay, now we're like really jiving. So yeah, share that.
Just saying Chris before, and Hal's going to post it in Coach's Cartel as well. But just being able to, that feeling I had the other morning, being a couple of weeks, about 3-4 weeks into doing this consistently, working where I want to be in that, just waking up and just, stepping back in third person perspective, looking at myself and just feeling how joyful I am that I get to wake up in the morning, do the thing I love for work, help people get their results. It's a passion of mine to be able to wake up in the morning to that without the stress of, getting up and rolling off to a crappy daytime job or anything like that. It's just, it is real joy. I even said to a client this morning, I said to her, just finished set, just smashed some PBs. I said, man, I freaking love my job.
Awesome.
Love it, and just to be able to say that is just so great. Hey, so great. Yeah. And there's just no restriction. Like, I'm going to go see a movie at 3:00 with a mate up the road. And it's
Who sees a movie at 3 p.m.?
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go see a movie, go for a skate this Arby. You just got time for things you love to do. And just have the time. Do volunteer stuff for your church or whatever you're doing, It's really, really good. Yeah.
That's awesome. No, I really appreciate that. And let's kind of move to the stuff that I really love as well. And that's obviously the whole lifestyle going into what it is that you want to be doing outside of work as well. And obviously you're going to be flying off to New Zealand, next week, Monday, going snowboarding for a week and earning money the whole time while you do it. Let's go through the paradigm shift of yourself going from chasing after clients when we first started to now flying off to New Zealand, going snowboarding for a week and earning money. How does that feel? What does that actually kind of compute in your head? Because I know this can be a huge shift for so many coaches.
It's a little bit unbelievable. Not going to lie. It's a bit surreal that it's happening. That you've got the space, the time, the availability, and the processes. That's the big one, process. I love that word, to be able to achieve this. So it feels good, and it really portrays real confidence, because I know personally when you're feeling low about your work situation, I'm a crap trainer, all that stuff runs through your head. You question yourself and your ability, to being this flip change of confidence. It just feels good, man. And. That it just feels good. I don't even think I've got a word for it. Just probably surreal is just one, but then just so happy. Well, I had my mate, he had just come over before to check up a new house. And I just said to him, bro, it's like sick. Like, we're going to go to NZ and like, I'm going to make the exact same money that I would do if I wasn't, just staying home and working. And he's like, man, that's sick as eh? I'm like, yeah, it's great. yeah. So yeah, it's just great. Honestly, once you're there and you've got the process, it's just phenomenal.
Beautiful. Okay. Now where I want to take this is, before you got started, there was hesitations. And I totally understand. And this is kind of why I want to do this episode right now. I know people at the start are going to be skeptical, being like, how does a coach do 39K in 2 days? How do you literally like 11 times the income? How do you start charging 4 times more? How do you start going on holidays and start earning money? The shit that you're doing right now. And I kind of want to break that up. Obviously, you were skeptical at the start. So what were the things that obviously were kind of like maybe some sticking points before joining the actual Coaches Cartel?
Biggest one, always, every single damn person would say this as well. Money. Like it's just say it's just such a difficult thing, I guess, for some people. It was for me in situation, but what I really got me through that process was, when I consulted my parents about it as well, do you think this is, wise decision to, run through with this or whatever? And their actual statement for me, and it's one I used in my head. And so if there's any other young trainers and that are looking out here, you think about the money you invest into a university degree or a TAFE course or anything like that. Like do your HECS and whatever and be paid 40 to 50 grand for a course that you lose money over for the next 4 years and then have to pay all that back, once you're done. Like, weighing that up with what Chris would charge for like a case study group like this it's just a no-brainer. It's like, if this can really teach me throughout the time how to incorporate those processes, well, then it's going to really pay off at the end. So that was my big thing. And that was my reasoning I worked through. It's like, well, people are paying 50 grand for a flaming uni course just to make 50 grand after they finish their course a year. Yeah. And like, what I should make that investment. Yeah. And I just really look at myself as well. I don't understand the marketing. It's going to be worthwhile, having someone to really help me through this process. So money was the biggest one.
I think it's a funny story. When you first started, do you know what I mean? The jitters came in. Share that story.
Yeah. Chris has 7-day money back guarantee, and things were really, really tight. Like, not gonna lie, like it was just, if I wasn't living at home, I would have been stuffed with what I could have done, as far as money flexibility goes. And so it was just that first 7 days, I was just stressing. Budget was looking tight and I rang Chris or emailed him first and talked and said, nah, like, I'm out, sort of thing. I can't do this anymore. I need money, blah, 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 blah. And so, I genuinely just, I hit the fan and just freaked out and didn't want a part of it. I just felt, I probably had this wrong perception in my head, like, I was going to make all this money so quickly and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I genuinely freaked out. I didn't know what to do, and I was ready to pull the pin and get my money back. So yeah.
Yeah. Now what happened?
Chris rang me, had a good talk with me, and really motivated my mindset again with it, and knuckled in. And you told me to really just how you asked me the question, how much are on the modules? I had done them, but how much time and effort had I actually put into not just listening to what you said, or what other opportunities or avenues could you be looking at? So just really just shut up and just worked. it was just, and that's it, is just shut up and work. Chris does practically, he puts the food in your hand, baby feeds it to us. It's only for us to, eat it. And so yeah. And then what happened after that? We just made some sick flaming business gains.
Hashtag gains.
Yeah, hashtag gains with a Z.
With a Z. Okay. What have you learned? I'd love to kind of actually really know. Do you know, through this process, what have you been able to really take away from this?
I have learned a lot, even just self-development as well, about me as a person. Some capabilities I didn't think I personally had. I've learned market is always different depending on the area and what demographic you have, what people are hanging around, what sort of money's flowing around. So market's always different. And learning about how to be able to target a specific market and learning for a market that you're good at training. Like, yes, we're qualified PTs and that, man, but no, if you think you're good at training everyone, I can assure you you're not. Because I can say honestly, I'm not good at training everyone. And that's why I don't train everyone. I train a market.
The truth is, no coach is. And I think they're completely lying to themselves that they are. And usually as well, it's like, who are you good training? But who do you enjoy training as well? And have both of those connected.
If you're reaching out trying to train every Tom, Dick, and Harry, and you're getting one sort of basis good results and one sort of basis crap results, your clients will see that crossover change. They will see what content you're providing on a certain client and go, hey, why aren't I getting those results? And what can you say to that? You know, you'd be like, because I'm a crap trainer and you're part of development, you know? So you don't want to be in that position. You want a run of people that you're being successful with. So so market's different. And as trainers, we're only good at training certain people, and it's about finding that people. Also, I really learning as well is building relationships with people. Building relationships with cold leads of people that you've never met before in very short, limited amount of times. Nice. And also just being able to run, actually, this is a good one. Being able to, thanks to Chris, develop programs that are time efficient, man. Like programs that we can have a multiple basis on getting them results, but saving us time and being more profitable from it. Like that was a completely new concept when I walked in with Chris. And you're gonna have to jump on board with him if you want to find out. To be able to actually develop programs that are just so damn efficient. Like when I first found this out, I'm like, holy hell, like why have I never thought of this, you know? So he provided a really great concept for program development properly.
Beautiful. No, that's awesome. I love to hear that. Okay, what would you recommend for the coaches and trainers with us right now? Do you know what I mean? Learning what you've learned through, making sure that you can help them avoid the mistakes and stop doing all the stuff that just doesn't work. Because I know we both hear it all the time. So many other coaches are trying to do so many things and they're feeling stuck or frustrated and confused. What are your recommendations?
If you're stuck, things just aren't moving, you're running a small client basis, dead set, have the humility to recognize that you're not a businessman. You're not a marketer. Like, as much as you think you know, you don't know. So I think for them and from me personally going through it, have the humility to step back, create a proper investment in how to understand marketing, and dead set, I can assure you that measly amount of money that Chris asks, you will pay that back within such a short period of time, you know, if you're doing the proper things and putting the proper work ethic in as well. Like that's the biggest thing. Like I said, Chris gives us it. You've got to grab it and you've got to run with it and you're going to work with it. And Chris isn't perfect. Chris doesn't know all the time about your exact situation. He's not here with me 24/7, 365, you know. So sometimes when you see an avenue, which I did with Chris, when you see an avenue or see a potential area that could really help you grow, it's about just running with it. And then you can fall back and ask Chris, hey, what do you think about this? And he said, yep, do it, run with it. You know, even like my group fitness and stuff, building relationships with that. And, you know, all those sort of different things that, you have to sometimes take your own, what's the word? Initiative. You sometimes have to take initiative with it, yeah. So you're dead set, make the investment, be humble and understand that you're not a marketer, and, dead set, jump on board some proper coaching. Like dead set, we're trainers, we coach people. There's someone above us that needs to coach us too.
Well said. No, well said. And that's the thing, especially with myself, I would have been stuck for years. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, I'm a big boy. I know all this stuff. And kind of like you're constantly chasing and you're constantly kind of being confused as to what's going on. So no, totally appreciate it. And that's the thing. You are absolutely crushing it. And the cool thing for me is now being the situation where we can plan you coming into the inner circle and really being like, what's your 12-month goal from here? And it just being like 100 times bigger from what the very first kind of like goals that we kind of set out to be. And that's the thing that obviously really jazzes me as well. So for everyone that's tuning in, obviously, if you want to be able to join the exact same program as Callum's been doing, join the Coaches Cartel, have the fun and games we do, and obviously just first things first, we've got to make sure that you're actually a good fit, because as you can see, Callum is at a high caliber, and we will only want to make sure that everyone coming on board is actually at that level as well. Because the truth is, if you're not a good trainer, you're not a good coach, you're not getting good results with your clients, there's nothing I can really do for you, because we're just going to essentially, we've got to actually package up what's really good and then to really take you to the next level. So what I'll do is I'll pop a link below for you to get access to be able to apply for a quick one-on-one chat with you. Make sure you're a good fit first, then we'll game plan everything else out from there. But Callum, before we leave everybody right now, any parting words that you want to have on?
Just, man, incorporating yourself and just have a bit of self-belief, hey, like, and a bit of trust. Like, Chris is here, he's good at what he does. Trust the process. I love that. Just trust the process. If you're watching right now and you're a personal trainer, I bet you any money you say to that to your clients just about every week, trust the process, because and that's just how it is. So have a bit of self-belief in self. Understand that every single person has the potential. If you're already giving your clients results and you've got the potential to be able to expand your business and really be working in a better situation where you can save more time and earn more money. Yeah, so that's it. Self-belief and just have trust the process.